Giddy, Owen called. Do you want to take it? It was a lazy afternoon, brushing the cat's fur, when Mark called out to me and handed over the phone. Hello? Giri, it's me. Who went with you to buy butter tarts ingredients at the glass shop last time? Remember how I said I'd show you around the village? Can I keep the promise? So, his name was Owen. I paused to watch Rowie the cat stretch into a long, sleepy yawn. Left on my own, I knew I'd probably never leave the peach farm, so it didn't seem like a bad idea to accept Owen's help. Sure, sounds good. Great, I will head over to the peach farm around 2. See you later. It had been a long time since I stood in front of the mirror. My slightly curly, maple-leaf red hair was a mess. Freckles scattered across the bridge of my round nose. There was no real need to think about what to wear. I put on the black clothes hanging neatly on the standing coat rack, slipped into the black shoes, and placed a black hat on my head. In front of the old fence of the peach farm, on a gently bending road, I saw Owen walking toward me. When he spotted me, he ran over, his brown hair flying. He handed me a village map with the name Eldermere printed on it. So this place was called Eldermere. I knew there was water near the peach farm, but seeing it on the map, the shape resembled a crescent moon. Naturally, Owen and I walked down toward the crescent lake. In the witch's world, water is often thought of as a vessel for souls, and here, the vessel itself was shaped like a crescent moon. I found myself liking this village even more. Owen told me he was a glass shop owner's son, and that he often came to this lake with his dad on weekends for walks. He said he loved frogs since he was a kid, and used to catch plenty of tadpoles by the water. Feeling playful, I told him that witches often use frogs as ingredients in potions. A flash of alarm crossed his face. Despite the wind, Crescent Lake was completely still, not a single ripple on its surface. Beside it stretched a wide cornfield, swaying in the cool breeze like a golden carpet. Following the lake, we entered the backside of the lower village, Clear Brook. I recognized the shops where Owen and I had exchanged greetings the day we went to buy butter tarts ingredients. Clear Brook Street was lively as ever, everyone busy with their own affairs. Only then did I notice the large clock tower at the center of the square. Every hour on the dot, an hour comes out from up there, Owen said. An owl, my favorite bird. This village seemed filled with nothing but things I loved. I really was lucky. When I thought about it though, none of this made sense. The first human I met after getting lost in the forest offered me food and a place to stay, and his family was nothing but kind. Even though everyone in the village knew I was a witch, they treated me as if it were nothing unusual. And Owen, My first human friend my age since arriving in Eldermere. Looking around, it felt as though witches had already passed through this village long ago. Glass gas lamps shimmering with light along the streets, herbs wreathed hanging on the doors of every house. Lost in thought, I barely heard Owen enthusiastically explain the village history and seasonal festivals. Before I knew it, the owl cried out, announcing 5 o'clock in the evening. That was when I felt it, a sudden chill down my spine. I stopped and breathed in the air. The scent of freshly baked bread, grilled salmon, none of it could hide that smell. Burnt remains, blood-stained ash. As if possessed, I ran toward it. By the time my breath was ragged and my legs burned, I saw it. A pyre once used for witch hunts. I stopped where I stood. The altar still bore the traces of witches reduced to dust. The sharp metallic scent of ash came from here. Owen cut off to me, gasping for breath. When he saw me standing before the altar, he froze, mouth hanging open, unable to speak. He started to step closer, as if to say something. That was when I remembered the potion my grandmother had given me, a potion of silence. I never imagined I'd use it on the first human I've ever called a friend. As Owen came closer, I shattered the vial and threw the potion at him. He coughed, and then, unable even to scream, his voice disappeared. I didn't look back. I ran deeper into the forest. Would I ever be able to return to Eldermere? Please subscribe me and thumbs up if you like to read more of the Witch's Diaries.